Accessory pouches can be made any size to suit your needs. The ones I will be making are 5 inches tall, 4 inches wide, and 2 inches deep. The zippers will extend an inch down each side, so I've made the patterns with this in mind. For the 2 pouches I'm making, I cut 4 front and back panels, 2 bottom panels, 4 sides, and 2 tops. I also need 2 zippers. I fold the top pattern in half and cut for the zippers. It's helpful to mark the direction the top will be. The molly grid is marked on the back panel and the webbing is cut and sewn. The zippers are sewn into the top panel. Then the side panels are attached to the top panel. A center mark is made. Then the top and sides are pinned and sewn. A center mark is made on the front panel, then it is pinned and sewn. All that's left is to pin and sew the bottom piece. For bottle holders, I measure the circumference of my favorite bottle to get the panel width. I like to make mine in 4 panels, so the pattern width is the circumference divided by 4 plus the seam allowance. For the bottom pattern, I simply trace the bottle and add the seam allowance. On 2 panels, I like to use a stretch fabric so there is some leeway for bottle sizes. I'm making 2 bottle holders, so I cut 4 stretch panels and 4 panels of pack cloth, and stretch fabric for the 2 bottom panels. On 2 of the pack cloth panels, I mark out the molly grid, cut straps for them, and sew them in place. Next, I pin a stretch panel in place and sew it from the bottom up to the edge of the top strap. The free edges of the seam are folded to the inside and sewn to create a wedge shape. The other panels are then pinned and sewn. You will need a piece of 1/4 inch elastic with plenty of length. Place the elastic on one side of the wedge, fold the fabric over to the top strap and pin, leaving the elastic free to slide in the pocket. Repeat the opposite side, making sure to pull the extra length of the elastic to the wedge. Sew beside the elastic with a small zigzag stitch, but don't sew into the elastic. Pin the rest of the sides to each other and sew them. I used the grid on the cutting mat to center and mark 4 even points on the bottom panel. I align those marks with the seams to center the panel. Then pin it in place. And then sew. The final touch is a cord lock and a knot in the elastic.